Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I am Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Sure did. The finale.
Yes. I'm always torn because I always feel like the finale is the third reunion, but I guess this is the finale of the filming season.
It's the fourth bitch at this table.
I hope everyone enjoys my sexy, gravelly voice as I'm clearly losing it.
I was thinking it's just allergies.
It's just allergies.
Not a cold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm normally the biggest wuss in the room when it comes to like getting sick, where I'm just like, I need to sleep for 3 days until I'm no longer sick. But
yeah,
here I am with this wonderful voice, which hopefully will go out completely after we finish the podcast, not in the middle of it.
Yeah, so we're not going to be like yelling like Kathy Hilton meets 50. You'll be okay.
And I don't, well, most of all, I don't want to be Peter Brady during this podcast.
It's time to change.
Time to change. So,
yeah.
when I was reviewing all the tips that we received on how to make our podcast more successful, we're supposed to start with a dramatic hook. What's the dramatic hook of this episode? Like, oh my God, you guys, can you believe that Kyle yelled at Dorit?
Friendships are obliterated.
Oh my God, can you believe what Sutton said?
And that bow.
Oh my God, well, we'll get into that and so much more next on Husbands Watching Housewives. No.
Oh.
I know. For real, if this works, we're going to have to start off every episode with something dumb.
Well, like just get a dumb dramatic hook, not like a serious dramatic hook. Like we actually are taking ourselves seriously.
Right?
Because that would be lame.
Yes, very lame. But also, that's not who we are. That's
No.
what we stand for.
That's not what we stand for.
We stand for being two dorks, two husbands, each other's husbands who watch The Housewives.
Exactly.
And then just talk about them.
Exactly. We've been doing this for 2 years. We've been doing this for 9 years.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But for those of you who have been listening faithfully for 2 years, especially if I'm hoping that JD Nutmeg still listens, thank you so much for listening. And if you're new to us, thank you so much for listening. Please like, subscribe everywhere you possibly can. It really does help. And it really does mean a lot to us. We have, thanks to some of our recent videos about Beverly Hills, we've gotten so many new followers. We have so many views on social media. It's gone to our head a little bit.
It's just you want every video to be amazing, but like you can't set out. It's just like you can't have a hook every episode.
Right.
You can't set out to like go viral because.
And what we did is hardly viral. I mean,
It wasn't like I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I use the middle fingers.
but still, like it's hard to go from 100,000 views to like 500. And you're like, oh. But back in the day, we'd be happy to have 500. So
Exactly.
it's all relative. That's all relative.
Sure.
But with this episode, it was a good finale.
And that's it too. I think they really got some. I wonder how long they were sitting on that couch. Because when Nicky said, "You guys are fighting for so long,"
Right.
they brought to like really.
Well, it was a lion's den, Jeff. It was a lion's
But they were just really cowards.
Oh, God.
Be cowards.
So it comes down to it that I'm still in the same boat as I was before, whereas
At the beginning of the season.
well, I don't know at the beginning of the season, but just when it comes to Dorit, and I think she just reinforced it in ways that like I didn't want to feel. Like I didn't want to feel like Dorit is constantly making herself a victim. But she is. Even now that more and more people have like said to her, like, you're unwilling to hear anything negative about or anything that's going on in your life that's not what you want to hear. And the minute any of us bring it up, you lash out at us.
They get very sarcastic, very nasty. And it's one thing, even if you are being attacked or you feel like, you're being unfairly treated, you need to at least take in what someone is saying
Well, I mean,
and then have a discussion, not just like lead with a lashing.
Dorit doesn't need to do anything.
No, sorry, not need. I'm sorry. Need not.
She needs to apologize to Kyle is what she needs to do. But,
That's not even.
no, I'm totally kidding. I mean, that's what Sutton said to her.
Okay, it's not a need, but it would behoove you.
Well, it just
listen and take in.
What was that?
Hold on a second.
Okay, yeah. We'll keep rolling and I'll just edit this out. Was that his food?
Oh, he just knocked over. He went through and knocked over those pens there in the cup.
Oh, okay.
Underneath.
Oh, yeah. That's
Well,
fine. That's
yeah.
fine. So,
It just sounded like worse than it was.
yeah, I was trying to put into context what
Without sounding, it's all the pens flying out of that cup.
Yeah, I was like, do we have like a jar full of rocks that he knocked over?
And we have a cup full of pens that we use for Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not trying to tell you what to say about Dorit.
No, you're right. It shouldn't be needed. It should just be on these shows. There should be a give and take, and you take in the information and you argue. an effective like way
constructive manner.
Constructive way that's going to get to some sort of resolution. But I feel like the way she's fighting, she doesn't want resolution. She just wants to fight. You know, she's just looking for a fight with everybody,
right?
Or just really these three women because everyone else is either afraid of her or is just a yes man,
right?
Woman.
I don't think that Rachel and Bose are necessarily.
They're not. That's a good way of saying it too. I feel like a high person, and I feel we don't see. When it comes to Rachel and Bose and Dorit, I feel always see is, because it's great to see, you know, friends supporting friends, but you don't see Rachel say, I don't like being late, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You apparently you said this to her off camera. I don't see you on camera saying like, that really bugged me when you left me on the tarmac. You don't see Bose saying, I am kind of concerned that maybe you might be spitting much, and like that Vance could have spent in a better manner,
right?
You know, because I want you to be okay. You know, someone who knows about finances and dealing with, you know, being a single mom. I want you to be okay. So I don't see we're seeing those conversations. So that's just editing. Maybe they actually are happening.
Right. No,
and they're cutting it out. But I feel like it's all just Dorit's amazing. Like when Sutton at the end said, you know, go over there, Dorit, and be with, you know, Bose and Rachel, and they'll stroke your arm and play with your hair and say you're amazing. That's what it feels like they're doing. And Sutton's saying it, and she's been around for all these conversations, or most of them. Maybe that's just what's happening, and they're not having real conversation. Even Rachel said, I don't go to a deep level with
we'll see,
which we'll get to Rachel in a moment.
But I know she's become irritating on so many other different levels. Yeah. What I gather from both Bose and Rachel just being so silent is that they're not truly involved with the group all that much to even have an opinion or to really, you know, get involved. Like they're there and they're playing the role of Dorit's friend, but like when it comes down to it, when real shit's going on, they're both just sitting there mum, because it's like, I don't really have a horse in this race yet, especially Rachel. This is her first season, this is Bose's second season, but
if this is your friend, you would think that you would.
That's it. I
mean, they still think that Dorit needs them to be, you know, in the fight with her.
Right.
You know, that's why they were both very silent at that last fight.
Their silence has gone from, and I don't like classifying it this way, but it's gone from being, I'm going to let this sort itself out, to almost just being cowards. Like they don't want to get involved. They don't want to have an opinion lest they don't want to upset Dorit. They don't want to like cause a rift. They don't want to take Kyle's side on anything because it will upset Dorit. So like they're just kind of staying out of it.
But Bose did at one point in one episode say that I think that Kyle really cares about you, Dorit. I think she's coming from a good place.
But then what Erika was saying today, which was basically like, you don't want to hear anything negative, Dorit. Like we bring it up to you and you get defensive. You yell at us. So it's like, even Bose said, I've said it, I'm not going to say it again. Like, you know, I've tried, and she's not going. She said it in a confession.
Bose was also saying it seems to be, and I'm glad, for the most part, it was between Erika and Dorit and Kyle, and no one was jumping in and distracting the main conversation. But it still wasn't productive.
No.
I
mean, Kyle did it again and tried to get everyone behind her.
I see both sides on that, but I mainly see I wish she wouldn't do that, because it makes it seem as if I get the frustration of, it's not just me who's saying these things. I'm mad that like you're singling me out, Dorit, when everyone else is having a conversation. It's not in a catty way, whatever. But when she got so upset because no one else was supporting her, and then leads to supporting Rachel, these are Kyle's minions,
right?
And they're just, now she's telling them what to do. And I don't think that's the case.
I don't think,
but that's the appearance it gives.
I think Kyle would have been best served to just have stuck again to, how come it's always I was talking to them, not they were talking to me.
That was a good place, but it got lost. You talking.
Yeah, you can't fathom a world in which someone else came to me or someone else mentioned it to me and I just happened to be in the room. Every time you think of this in your head, it's me going to them to say something bad about you because I'm this evil person.
And then we see it in the... Oh, look at that.
No, it's fine. Let's just talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's really goofy. And I can see, I loved Erika's, like, fine. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. So, do we want to take it back to the beginning?
Yes, I liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying we're getting too recappy.
Well, not really, but it helps me to remember everything if we go chronologically. I'm like, how it happened. And like, really, the meat of the episode was what we're just on. True. So, let's go back. So, yes.
Man, it's the hook. That's what it's called.
The hook. Got it. Basically, it was just, replaying Erika and Sutton hanging out at Sutton's place, drinking some vodka. Sutton's finally drinking again. And talking about how they're not going to go to Dorit's because I liked what Erika said of, I don't, on one hand, she supported me when that, and then say this. Dorit supported Erika in real stuff. I know this book is real, but this moment is a cover reveal. It's not the book signing. It's not the book release. It's a picture that you could have done in an Instagram post. Yeah. So comparing that to Erika being supported on Broadway, Erika being supported on something else she listed, I can't think of it right now. What is those examples she used?
I just remember the Broadway.
It was Broadway and something else. Something.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, those were like real things. So again, the book is real, but the book is not with us.
Right.
In the room. So not going to this party, given what happened in Italy and the fact that it's just a superficial party.
Or had the party been, I'm going to read an excerpt from my up and coming book.
Right.
It's like, it didn't even have to be the final version. It could just be, I'm going to read the chapter about how.
That's what I'm working on. It's coming out soon.
Right.
To like whet your appetite for the book.
Right.
It was just a picture.
Yeah.
It was a very pretty picture, but it's just a picture.
Right.
So I don't think it really compares to Erika being on Broadway or other momentous things that she's done.
I agree.
So
I think now is an appropriate time. Rachel Zoe, I love her to pieces.
Yeah.
But everything is about how gorgeous people are.
And it loses its meaning.
Yeah. Every single time she sees someone, it's, you're so, like, it's the most beautiful thing ever. And it's like,
or the hottest thing, so hot.
Right.
Or like when Erika was like crying with table and like, can I just say something superficial? She looks so hot. And even Bose was like, not that time. It just comes off, I think she's deeper than that, but she comes off very shallow because she only talks about the superficial matters on the show, which is great as a backdrop, as the pretty stuff we're seeing. But like, we're in a conversation and all you can talk about is like, she looks so hot. And it's like, okay, Rachel, we get it. It's hot. We get it. We made the point.
Well, it's not just Dorit, though. It's like she'll have like a comment about how everyone's appearance, and it's nice, it's flattering, but like every single thing out of her mouth doesn't need to be like, oh, you look amazing. Oh, that's great. And then what was her thing? I couldn't tell also whether she was calling everyone babe or whether that was Dorit. I think it's probably both of them, but either way.
I think both of them.
Come here, babe. Hey, babe. I'm just not a babe guy.
I don't like babe at all. But basically, yeah. So like we start the party, like Dorit's Jennifer Tilly breaking the bag.
Oh, I felt so bad about that. Everyone
did she drop it?
I think it got knocked off the table.
Oh.
So I kept looking over and I was like, was that Bose's assistant or who knocked it? Because he looked kind of guilty. He was kind of like,
it's like, not me.
Yeah.
And like Dorit's like, oh.
Yeah, because like that's not what you want to be remembered for. And that's the party where my $40,000 cat bag broke or whatever. This is a cat, right?
Yes.
Funny.
It was a cat. It was a bear.
It was a bear.
It was a bear. It was a Gucci bear.
I like that her cash fell out. I was like, oh, she cared.
And her Tums. Yeah, that's my Tums. I'm going to take them now off the floor.
It was like
comic relief. And then, yeah, so they reveal the photo. Sure.
Which you're very happy that there was a curtain that needed to be pulled down.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting Jagger and Phoenix to be there.
No, that was a nice surprise.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, it needed some screen time this season.
Right. So, and we also got like a little glimpse of PK at the end.
That's true. It's the wedding. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of disappointed there wasn't like a tassel that they pulled that like...
It should have been a tassel.
I mean, it was just basically...
Or the curtains parting.
Right. It needed to be a more elaborate rigging.
Right.
So...
Yes.
Yes.
Rigging.
Well, no, I wanted it to be like pull the tassel and then whoa.
Yes.
But
So what else? Bose announces her engagement.
which everyone was clearly very.
That was sweet. How like Rachel like lost her mind.
Now, my main thing is they'd been there for how many minutes already, and they didn't notice the giant ring on her finger.
Well, everyone wears a lot of jewelry.
But I mean,
So
wouldn't you notice like a big one on her ring finger? But
I don't know.
maybe not. Maybe she. Well, I guess if she's been wearing her husband's ring.
Oh, it could be, yes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I pulled this out. Yeah.
Okay, so that makes
Yes.
Okay, all right, fine.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, whatever. The party was there. Drake was annoyed that people didn't come. Yada yada yada.
But that's my problem. Is that like they made it out to be this big deal that like I know they're supposed to, but like somehow ruined her evening that Erika wasn't there. It's like, and what bothers me is that Dorit keeps trying to be all unburned and unbothered, but she's giving other people so much power over her. And I'm not saying that like I would be any better or any different, but if she's really trying to, and maybe that's the whole sign that like she's, you know, not as strong as she's putting, you know, making herself out to be. But like, if you had those words with Dorit, with Erika and in Italy, and you're sitting here saying like, well, being all offended that she didn't show up. What do you think? Like, you not, and clearly she did remember, but like, you just think that you're going to start insulting someone like that and come out of it like clean, free and clear? No, it's offensive that she gives them so much power and then acts so put upon that she treated them poorly at the same time. It's like, pick a lane, you know?
And just to say, you know, we've been through so much, Erika and I, and like this deeply pained me. And it's like, well, what do you think for Erika to do this? Obviously, she had to be deeply pained. And then for you to just like sum it up as like, oh, she's like up Kyle's butt, basically.
Right.
You know, no, like, yeah, you can't just say like, we have this deep friendship. And then it's like, oh, I didn't know her at all. And she's just Kyle's minion.
Yeah.
Then that's not really, maybe you didn't know Erika. It was her biggest residence.
Oh, you're right.
Gosh.
Good work.
In terms of ruminating while you're there. Anyways.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think that's my main problem with how Dorit's doing this season is that like, are you the victim or are you not the victim? Are you, you know, can you believe that people treat you this way or can you, I pick a lane. And I guess, you know, like, I know she's going through a lot. She's overwhelmed, but she wants her cake and she wants to eat it too. And that now she's upset that everyone is tired of putting up with her and are actually just calling it like it is, that like, we're tired of everything being about you.
And you know what? Erika went through this during the whole Tom situation when she was acting out, whether it be like super angry or over medicating. And she was really, her feet were held to the fire and she didn't act, you know.
Right.
She didn't take it all in at the time, but she did still stay there and have the conversations. And she faced it. And,
yeah,
you know, I don't know. I feel like it's just the way that she's handling it, the two comparatively, it's interesting.
Yeah, it is for sure. But that's why, you know, Kyle at the end saying like, oh, I forget exactly how she put it, but she's just like, I'm tired of, you know, I'm not going to
do this anymore.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you, basically. So, anyway.
Speaking of Kyle, she had the whole hanging out with her daughters, getting ready for Alexia's wedding. It was interesting what she said about, you know, sometimes I'm great and doing well, and other times I'm sad that I'm alone, you know, and just sharing that, being very open about that.
I thought it was interesting that she brought up, like, you know, you always see, you know, or hear people getting divorced, you know, and then they go to their kid's wedding and you're just like, how could they let that happen? And then she's like, well, here I am.
Right.
If I let that happen. That's like definitely introspective, you know, and kind of her way of saying like, you know, yeah, I guess a lot of this stuff happens and it's just out of your control. Like, you didn't necessarily do anything to make it happen.
I think she also feels bad for herself, but it feels bad like for that they aren't the united family they were, and the guilt of like, should I have done this or should I have done that?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, that does put a damper on the wedding because then, I mean, I'm sure you're not, I think this is a fair thing to think. I doubt she's thinking it, the entire wedding, but, then people are looking at you and thinking, it's a shame that they're not still together.
Right.
It's an element of the wedding instead of like, everyone's so happy and this is great. There's like, well, Kyle and Mo aren't together. That really sucks. So that's not something an element you want to bring to your daughter's wedding.
Right. But that's true.
And yet there you did, because that's how the reality of your life,
Yeah. It's like he'd rather that than try to fake it and everyone sees like, this seems kind of off. Like,
right.
Are they okay? And then that distracts. So at least the main thing is that they're both there and they're still friends, and they have a kind of a wacky relationship post, separation. And it was about Alexia and supporting her on her day and being there and celebrating her and hoping her marriage ends up much better than theirs.
Yes.
Not that theirs is great for like many, many years.
I would say if you've been married for, 30 years, like they were, right?
I was like 30, but it was a lot. It was decades.
I mean, I think if you make it over 20, you're doing pretty damn good.
Yes. So. And this sad.
Right.
Yes.
So, I don't know what I feel about Erika playing up her reaction with Dorit was a little bit much. Like, I just want to get her attention. It's like, it seems like something fun to say, but I feel like it's not sincere.
Well, I feel you're not listening to me, so I need to make a big move so that you actually pay attention to the fact that I'm hurt. So me saying that I'm hurt, obviously, well, she didn't say. She said she was, did she? Sorry. I'm going back to the dinner. She didn't say she was hurt at the time, but...
Well,
she cried after Dorit left. So that's when we reported back to Dorit that Erika was crying about the situation, whatever. But Dorit isn't taking it what Erika was putting out there. So Erika says, well, screw it. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to tell her I'm going to go. And maybe this will make an impression. So she'll say, Erika's really upset. I should really pause and have a conversation with her.
Yeah, but still, I think it's two wrongs don't make a right. Being juvenile back towards her, but, whatever.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like I don't think Erika was doing it to purposely hurt Dorit, she just didn't show up because she just didn't want to, deal with it. I don't know. But
she wasn't trying to hurt her, but she was trying to say, listen, what is it going to take for you to
right.
stop talking and really take in what we're saying to you?
See, to me, it resonates better with me that Erika was just like, I'm not protecting my peace, but I'm not going to go ahead and support someone who treated me like dirt. And I like it more that just the statement of I'm not going because you treated me like dirt, not I didn't go because I want to get your attention.
Right. Okay. That's true. Both she and Kyle needs to work on editing.
Not that we would be perfect by any means in a similar situation, but I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like Erika's better than that, than to be like, I pulled a stunt to get your attention. Again, in my mind, Erika Jane, doesn't need the attention.
I think she was trying to do both, and I wouldn't have told Bose about getting attention.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's where I think Erika thought, oh, this will be a badass. It'll sound badass, but I think it made her sound a little bit weaker. But
I don't think it's made her sound weaker. I think it just, as you were saying, it's worse than the 2 months. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
situation.
What I would have liked to have heard is at least Dorit be like, you went to Sutton's house of all people.
Well, we didn't in the car with Bose.
I know, but to Erika's face, just be like, what are you trying to do? You're going to Sutton's house? Come
that's
on.
a slap on the face.
Exactly. So, oh goodness. What else did we get before
the garden party?
Yes,
Mr. Hollows.
Oh, while I'm being very rude about Dorit, her roots. I can't believe she didn't have her roots done.
It was really distracting.
It really was, and on top of it, there was a garden party. She could have worn a fascinator. She could have worn
a fascinator,
a cute little hat,
but with a veil.
Anything to cover up the 3-inch streak of brown and gray hair. Her actual hair was coming through, and I was like, whoa.
Or it just sort of looked hot, so she's like, okay, I'm going to do it my dieting.
What's next? Her real accent's going to come out? What's going on?
When Kyle brought up the accent thing, I was like, whoa.
There was some weird shit.
That was so weird.
That really, really was.
I mean, it could just be like, I supported you with...
Well, I think Kyle might have realized the list was a little bit short. When it came down to it, she was like, oh, I gotta it.
And then with the accent. What she was saying with Lucy is like, I supported you against LVP.
Right.
I supported you when people said your burglary was fake. And I supported you when people said your accent was fake.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I stuck up for you when people said that you were fake.
No,
over and over again. And I was like, no. That's Street. She's my friend. She's not fake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was an interesting list.
It was.
Yeah.
I do like that Tilly showed up and was just like, I gotta go, I have an event. And then same thing with Denise. See, that was interesting to see Denise talk to Dorit and be like, hey, you're going through it right now. And Dorit didn't say anything. She was just...
She's just taking it in.
Right. But like, again, anyone else did that to her, she'd be like, wah, 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 wah,
No, I mean, just as saying, it's going to be, you'll get to the point, hopefully, where you can be friends. You'll get past this. It seems really dark now, but it'll be better. I think she was just taking that in. I don't think that this was saying anything out of line.
No, I don't think so either. But I think that just mentioning or telling Dorit how to feel has been setting Dorit off all season long.
But you can't go against Denise. What she's going through.
True, very true.
It really is like, let's rate who's going through more.
Nah.
Denise, if I was Denise, I'd be like, 2 words, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, right.
2 words is drip, Aaron, whatever the hell, the Pfeiffers.
Yeah.
I trying to like disengage from.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Well, we did learn, in certain terms, that Kathy knows how to throw a party. It's all about the deets.
Right. A Theo Grace. I thought it was a clothing line. Was it?
No,
at BravoCon. Was it jewelry? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think, again, because at BravoCon,
when we saw Kathy,
and we had photos taken with Kathy and Kyle,
she told us to go stop by the booth. Yeah.
Yes. She was wearing that periwinkle blue color, and I think that's why I thought it was clothing line, because they were so matchy.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry.
And then the periwinkle blue was like the theme of the party. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So, it is definitely, but yeah, that periwinkle blue was everywhere. I was like, wow, it's not a bad color. It's just, I was expecting a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked the pool. I liked the words in the pool. That was cute.
Yes, it was a very pretty party. It was like a great garden party. And
Faye Resnick showed up. I'm sorry, what is it?
Morally corrupt. Faye Resnick. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good that she made an appearance.
Uh-huh.
And then I did like that when Dorit kept dropping the C-bomb, that
or a car, Erika said,
yeah,
don't call me a C word, I'm not Camille.
Yeah, save that stuff for Camille Rammer.
And send the files of
yeah,
she is a seed. Yeah. So yeah, basically it's like, let's gather around okay, so the beginning of the fight, like we'll just
yeah, okay.
So they're all sitting there because it's the scene that's set up for them to sit there and talk about stuff. And Dorit like comes in because she's scheduled to come in last.
Right.
And she's like, it's the lion's den. It's like, no, it's just your castmates sitting together.
See, and that's a similar problem I have. Like, she's making it about her.
Yes.
Like, why? And it's
this castmate's party.
It's also like, I'm fine with her making it about her to a point, but she's not leaving any room for any other possibility as to why they might all be sitting around and, talking about stuff on a reality show, like as though they're just waiting to sit around and talk about her. That's what they'd want to be doing with their Friday night or whatever night of the week this was.
Yeah.
And so like, and even if that's her own conceit for the sake of the show, that makes, for a good start, fine. But it's the fact that there's no room left over for the fact that, like, oh, coincidentally, I got here late because production wanted me late because I knew this would happen. And, like, if she's just saying that for the show, cool. But it came off to me that, like, she truly believed that they were all just sitting around talking about her because she's, like, the hottest topic in Beverly Hills.
And also to say, well, others would say that what else do they have to talk about? But there are other things to talk about besides Dorit. But when she said, oh, they're all, I see cowards, it's like, oh, yeah. She's just so exhausting. That's what I just feel about Dorit. I'm just exhausted with the
you don't even know the word?
I'm just so flame.
Yeah.
Flame. No, I'm just exhausted by her dramatics and ridiculousness.
Mm-hmm.
And not and just talking too much and listening too little. That's what it is.
Yeah. Would you be exhausted if Amanda said revenue stream one more time?
Oh my gosh. I went there because I support women having a revenue stream. I want her to have a revenue stream. And I thought, no one is more of a girl's girl than I am. And I want her to have a revenue stream.
Yeah.
I almost want to call this episode revenue stream.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she was
a nonstop revenue stream.
She's like, talking to Rachel, I would never rely on a man. I need to have my own revenue stream.
And Rachel's just sitting there with her drink like, yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, and then Rachel agrees, but at the same time, she's like, you don't need to say revenue stream one more time.
It's like we're not at a board meeting.
Yes. But maybe that's how you manifest money, is you keep saying revenue stream.
Well, I hope we get a revenue stream.
Yeah, I hope so tam
A revenue river.
I hope that we can buy and fix up a house. That'd be really nice.
I'm manifesting that.
Please, thank you. Yes.
Yes. With people playing in the pool.
That'd be very nice.
Yeah.
That'd be very nice.
We'll fence out to the pool. Anyway.
I told someone at work about that day.
Oh, really? What'd they say?
They're like, really? You want to live that close to your family? And I was like, well, mainly. And I told him, I said, because the house is at the head of the street and looks down on everyone. I was like, yeah, I do. Oh, it'd be so good. So good. Anyway.
That's hilarious. People were like, what are you talking about?
Doesn't matter. No one's listening.
Yes.
Moving on more with the
so yeah, they're all cowards. She got Mazan her big dramatic everyone. I think Kyle was like, all right, I'm just gonna get this kid. Kyle's like, I want to go home.
Oh, but before that, she was ordering drinks and she's like, lots of lemons, and everyone over there is snickering like, of course, the lemons.
Carcass out.
Damn lemons. She hasn't said carcass out, or she has, like the last couple years, she hasn't been doing carcass out.
She said carcass out. It's not always her shot. She said, I think I don't know. She said carcass out.
Okay.
Carcass is.
She's always been saying like she always has to explain to people now what that means. For a while, she's just doing carcass out. She's like, no, like turn the lemons like inside out, and she's had to explain it. It's like lots of lemons. So anyway.
Rachel's like, I have your vodka.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I like that Kyle basically said, I want to get this kicked off. I want to go home. I don't want to sit here all the time, all day. Let's go, Dorit. And again, as I said earlier, I wish that she just said, this is between you and me. You and me. I need to bring anyone else into it. But she was clearly so frustrated. And it came off very snippy. And when she said Erika, what was it, Erika? Speak confidence, like, okay, Kyle, it's.
But I mean, that would be really frustrating to be there and
because you feel like you're crazy,
right?
Again, I see both sides of it. I can step away from my love for Kyle and say, "Girl, just keep it between you and Dorit." But I can also say, if that was me, I would be annoyed. You're all saying it, right? Like,
right.
Why am I just being singled out?
Well, especially because I think she's looking for Rachel and Bose to say something.
Ain't never gonna happen.
And they're just sitting over there, like, staring into their laps, like, I don't know what she's talking about. When it's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Look at my weave.
Right. Well, Rachel doesn't have to look up for that. She has to look at her feet for that.
Like she's Kristen Gale.
Oh, she can go up. She can be cousin It and just only have 2 more extensions put in. It's a lot of hair.
Gorgeous lady with too much hair.
A lot.
It's really heavy and distracting.
Yeah.
But anyways, edit us. So yes, I know
it was great. Kyle was just like, so how was your event? I hope it was really nice. It was nice, Kyle. And it was just like, okay.
I hope it was successful. Thank you, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go back and forth about the same fight. And I understood the bit of it. Kyle's like, I'm just done. We're having the same fight.
Right.
It's just stupid. And then, like, it flips to Erika. And we're going to that. Erika's like, whatever. You treated me like crap. And I was going to take it.
The fact that Dorit was so like, why wouldn't you just call me? Why wouldn't you just, you could have gotten my attention by calling me. And it's like, why would I do that? Why would I try to make you feel better after you just
treat me better?
It's so weird. Like,
and also too,
I think that's
also too. Sorry, I have to say this. The fight in Italy at the dinner table, it was Erika trying to make points of, look, I feel this way about you. I feel this, I'm concerned about this. I don't understand, like, why you're doing this. Like, why you can't just let us know you're going to be late. Whatever. It was just constructive criticism. What she got in response and return from Dorit was just being an asshole.
Right.
It was, oh, Erika, I said you should speak up. I unleashed that. We can see you next Tuesday. Erika, like, it was just like trying to dress Erika down instead of saying, okay, I see you're saying that, but I disagree. It was like, I want to take you down.
Right.
And so that
doesn't even have to do that. She could have just said, Erika, you're wrong. I'm not doing that. She didn't have to make it about Erika.
Yeah.
She could have just said straight up, you're wrong. I'm not like that. That's not what's going on.
You didn't have to call her, see you next Tuesday.
Right.
You didn't have to like say like, basically, I told you to step up. And we see in the reunion trailer that she is pretty much saying, you need to step up to keep your job and like actually contribute something. And we all see Erika or Dorit saying, Erika had nothing else going on. So she came at me. I was like low-hanging fruit. So again, you are trying to dismantle. You're trying to come out to this woman's character when she's just saying like, look, what you're doing isn't cool. Like, I love you and I'm coming from a place of love, but I only take it so much before all the shushing and like the whatever before I'm like, no, that's not cool.
Right.
So it's just, Erika was fighting as a friend and Dorit flipped it real quick to, now you're my enemy and I'm going to take you down.
Right.
And that's not the way you fight with a friend of 10 years. Excuse me, 9 years.
I love that Erika was like, no, it's only number 9. Like, no.
No.
And almost as if to say, it's not going to be 10. Don't even around right.
Screw your decade. Ain't happening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's just like, again, there's no room for any other interpretation. And again, that whole argument that like, there's low-hanging fruit, she wanted to keep her job. Well, what the hell are you doing all season long? Like, and then it's a whole like, well, all they're doing is talking about me. It's like, well, again,
your head is so
far up your ass
from like everyone like loving you smoking a damn cigarette, and you think you're the coolest thing walking now in Beverly Hills,
and yeah, she's picking up on all the things you hear on Twitter, the Kyle's minions. This is all
girls. I was like, girl, people were calling you mean girls a few seasons ago.
Yeah,
like don't try to like, you were part of Fox Force 5 too.
Yeah.
Okay. So now just because like you're like opposing Kyle and you have some support, and now you're gonna like throw these words from Twitter out at somebody else. No.
Agreed.
It so annoys me. Like both her and the audience reaction that she's just like forgetting all the crap that she's done, all the fake storylines, fake accents, the way she's treated people, her microaggressions, and now it's just like, oh no, she's with the cigarette and she got bitchy with Kyle. She's perfect. Queen, no notes.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah. People forget that they do forget it was real for a long time. And now that she's, like standing up to Kyle.
I forget. No, she found her voice. The voice was never lost. Okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the, I don't know. I don't like the narrative that, people are, I never liked the narrative that what else would people be talking about if it wasn't for me? That sort of thing. You know what? If you left air in the room, they would talk about so many other things. And that's not just Dorit.
Yeah.
That's any season. Like, any season where they're like, even taking to Amanda. Well, they talk about Amanda all season. If Amanda wasn't there, maybe Natalie might have had a story. Who knows?
Right. You fill the hole. The producers would fill the hole.
Exactly.
So yes, if it wasn't about Dorit, if it wasn't about Kyle, it wasn't about Erika, you would find a way to fill the hole to make the show.
Right.
Whenever like the whole notion of like, oh, they carried the season on their back. No, they didn't. This is an ensemble. They're not in a void. Plus, if it was just like Dorit screaming in the void about being divorced, people would turn that channel real quick.
Yeah.
So let's just like stop this whole notion of like, it's only about one person.
Well, see, and that's the thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably am, but like the seasons where Erika was going through all her stuff, it wasn't just about Erika.
No.
Like, maybe so much so that like Erika didn't want it to be about her, obviously, so she left plenty of space for other people to have problems, but like, it just didn't, and every single episode wasn't about, look at Erika being, this or that.
Yeah. Other
people had storylines. And that's the same thing whenever they go through any other franchise that like, oh, well, what would they be talking about if it wasn't, Teresa this, Teresa that? Well, if Teresa wasn't there, they'd talk about other things.
It are 16 hours to fill.
Yeah.
Okay, they got a way to fill them somehow. So it's not this one person.
Right. So that grinds my gears too, but...
it's just so like just being absolutes of like, oh, if we didn't have her, well, then we'd figure it out.
Exactly.
We'd figure it out. There's anything else to talk about.
So we got all the little title cards.
Yeah, what was it? We had Alexia's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle and Mo did not share a room.
That was the dumbest joke.
Whatever. Erika's getting ready for her lawsuits.
Yeah.
But she has John. We met John.
Oh, yeah, we saw him on camera. We heard his voice.
Her friend on the phone.
I guess we saw him on phone, yeah.
Unlike Drew's dude, she's actually like, he comes out of the phone sometimes. Rachel's still going through her divorce, but
right.
Was there anything else besides that?
No, I don't think that there was.
I think just making it with her boys.
Yeah.
On her way downtown.
Bose is doing the IVF one more round.
Playing 2 weddings in 2 different continents.
Yeah.
Sutton was saying what she's trying to stay away from vodka and give the empty nest.
Yes. And then Amanda got married in a civil ceremony.
Which was so weird.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. All right.
So it's like, well, I guess, you still want to have like the big party, but now it's like you're already married.
I don't know how I would feel. Like, I get that she's manifesting that they'll always have more money, but the whole richer and richer thing.
Nene did that.
Oh, really?
When she got remarried to Greg, the guy said, for richer or poor. She's like, for richer. So,
I mean,
not that Amanda even knows who He Leaks is, but because she's in her own little bubble.
I'm all for wishful thinking and stuff, but I don't feel like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't feel like at a wedding is the time to like screw around with like sentiment. Like,
or like, basically like, it's not promote your brand, but like,
right,
reinforce your brand.
But I don't know.
I get it, money queen.
I feel like your wedding vows, mean something. And to sit there and be like, well, I never said I'd like you if you're poorer. Like, that's a little screwed up.
That's your thing, and you're a jokey couple and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, says the couple that had an objection at their wedding.
Yeah.
A planned objection.
But like the vows were very earnest.
Yeah, I do recall someone vowing to warm me when I am cold. And I think that the last time I was cold, you're like, you're on your own, buddy. So might have to collect on that this winter, man.
We shall see.
We will see. And so, but yeah, I thought that, I mean, whatever. I didn't like it. I wouldn't want someone to do that at my wedding.
Yeah.
And my next wedding. No, when we renew our vows.
Never. Not going to happen. We should maybe do something next year for our 10-year anniversary of being
together. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah.
Not renew vows. I thought it was interesting.
Well, we've only been married for 4 years, so
that's true.
Can't renew vows in 4 years.
No, it's just the way they put it together of having the one last fight. It was like Dorit has to find enough people. Bring on Sutton.
Yeah.
And I like Sutton is very Sutton of like, I'm not a cat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having our lives. Like, I don't want you to be an asshole to all your friends. Like, just it was very Sutton.
Yeah, I mean, that I have my own problems with because, like, okay, she apologized to you. Yeah, it was fake. But, like, how many times can you say, like, I don't believe you're apologizing to me and still keep asking for apologies?
It's very Housewives to be, I don't accept your apology, or I don't think it's genuine. Just take the apology.
No, I'm 100% with. If I think you're full of shit when you're apologizing to me, I will not accept it. I will be like, apology, not accept.
But you just said that, like, she should just...
No, but I think she keeps asking for apologies.
Oh.
And then it gets all like, but I don't think you're, mean it. It's like, quit asking for it then. If you know you're going to bullshit apology, quit asking for apology.
She's not asking for it. She's basically being honest, saying, like, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
So, and Dorit's like, I don't care. And Bose is like, dead silent.
See, and that's the thing. That's the reaction that I think, why has no one said, what do you want us to do with that?
Yeah.
You keep saying you don't care when we say this, or you think that we're wrong. What do you want us to do with it?
Again, I think it was more so Dorit looking for like a shady moment when she's talking about the bow, which wasn't that great, but whatever. But also just like, you're irrelevant. You're like, just again, you're dressing down someone. Sutton is coming to you very sincerely for Sutton and saying like, you hurt my feelings. I don't like how you spoke to me. And Dorit's like, you're nothing, basically. So,
but the way Sutton was coming to her was almost as though, like, especially after the big fight.
Erika and Kyle.
Yeah, she was coming to her just to be like, put punctuation on it. Like, see, this is why everyone has a problem with you. And it did seem a little standoffish. Like, I don't know what she thought she was going to get across.
I didn't think it was more so she didn't want to interrupt or jump or pile on.
Yeah.
It would have been a pile on if she had said, and now I'm mad at you because of this. So she waited until he left. And again, Dorit always has to leave.
Yeah.
Always has to leave. Erika never left. She's whatever. So instead of doing that, she, Sutton came up afterwards, say like, I want to have a one-on-one with Bose here, and say like how you made me feel, and Dorit doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
So, you can't just say like, you treated me like crap, all of you, and you're cowards or you're lions. I can't get my metaphor right. And
Cowardly lions.
You're cowardly lions.
I'm the scarecrow. I'm my Dorothy.
And then come out like the wicked witch and be like, you're this, you're that, your bow sucks. You're this, Kyle, you're whatever. I'm going to say see you next Tuesday 10 times, which again, it loses meaning.
Well, we're gonna get more of it at the reunion apparently.
Yeah.
So
she's someone though.
I've always liked Dorit. That's I've never really disliked her. But did she have problems with Teddy? Is that why?
No. It was more so just like how she came off her first season.
Oh yeah, I did.
And this is pretty much what she's doing again. This is the true Dorit. And it's interesting. If I was Erika, I would say, well, you don't know me. Like, you're acting like you've regressed.
Mm-hmm.
So one way you're like, one season you're this way, and now you're this. So which is it? Like, you're saying that I'm going back and forth. Like, whatever, you have been consistent either.
Right.
So,
I mean, sorry, this cough is getting to me.
Yeah.
Of all the things, like, we always talk about, you don't have to. If you just stand in your truth and be who you are, you don't have to worry about it. And I think that's what Erika's doing. And if people call Erika a fraud and call her this or that, like, as far as this show is concerned and her relationships with the people in it, I think she's doing exactly that. Is that she's, this is who I am, take it or leave it.
I also think she is a good friend and she does care about these women a lot, particularly, of course, Dorit and Kyle. And she wouldn't be feeling a certain kind of way or feeling hurt if she didn't care.
Yeah.
And they have been for her and vice versa. And so she's not just all of a sudden being cold for no reason. She feels hurt. And she's especially like, well, now this might be the end of our friendship. And that's really hurtful as well.
Right.
Because they were part of my support system. And that's gone. Yeah. So it's sad. It really is. I feel the worst for Erika and amongst the whole thing.
Yeah. So I agree. I have more opinions, but this cough is getting to me. So I'm going to,
What other opinions do you have?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really. I'm just saying that so we could just,
Yes.
No, I just feel like we've talked about a lot of stuff. And the reunion's going to be
good. The trailer looked good.
Yeah.
Drew was infuriating.
See, I'm just worried that the rest of the reunions be more of the same.
Well, she's going to be digging in the hole. She doesn't come off very well because it seems just a little like snarky and mean-spirited. And again, accusing Kyle of having the power to say who stays or goes on the show is so laughable and so like straight up from Reddit, Twitter,
right? Like
pick your poison. It's just so funny that she would go there. And it's also kind of funny how like annoyed it made Kyle. So
yeah, well, I mean, as people have pointed out, if Kyle had that power, Ted would still be on the show.
Dorit would not be.
Yeah, exactly. So it is quite ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I'm just worried. 3 episodes we're just going to be more of the same, and she's not leaving any room for the possibility. Kyle said, if you meet assholes all day, it's possible that you're the asshole.
Yeah.
So, and she's going through stuff, but it's not an excuse for everything.
No. And also we know there's no resolution because she and Erika are still not speaking, or she and Kyle. So
I think that's what it comes down to, is that I want to feel more sympathetic for Dorit than I do. But it's not making it easy, and that must be how the other women feel as well.
Yeah.
Is it like, we want to be here for you, but we've told you how we feel about a situation. Kyle said, I don't think it's a good idea that you're doing this, and you took that as an attack. So it's like, we can't be there for you anymore.
You don't care.
And every time we try, yeah, exactly. So we're not going to try anymore.
Yeah.
So at this point, I don't want to podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
It's just going to be tough to cover the reunion, I think.
I don't think it'll be tough. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I think there'll be other stuff to talk about, and
Yeah, we'll talk about it next time.
Talk about it next time.
I think.